Me at least, I don't have to call Javas. I have to be the chef guy. Be like, now, what do you like? Okay, list. Okay, let's buy this. Make the meal.
It's something for me. I do it. I do that because it's what's within my means, and
But you can cook. What are you
it
saying?
works.
Anyway, you don't really have a lot. No, none of us have time. But I think at that moment, that's what you're bringing to the table, making some time. Yeah.
The Maverick Podcast, UG.
Welcome back to the Maverick Podcast.
We're back.
We're back this week.
Yo,
And, we're here to talk about a couple of things. Where do we start?
I don't know.
Ed.
Last week, Benji cooked me. And Benji cooked me like in a clever way. And I was like, ah, I think I did zig it until I posted the highlight. I was like, but Benji cooked me.
How was Valentine's for
The
you?
internet was having me. Valentine's was chill, man. Talking about Valentine's, Benjamin was supposed to be the chef. Until I saw him tweeting about horrible caramel services on Valentine's Day.
And guys, it was one of those days where you just want to have a different feel of food, a different ambience. Yeah. Yeah, and we ended up at Caramel. Me and my girlfriend. However, we've been going out a couple of times now, and service was kawa. Numbers weren't so many, but for Valentine's, guys, it was a different case altogether this time. It was terrible. I feel like I would be throwing them under the bus for saying more than terrible, but yeah, it was terrible. It was a very terrible experience, and I think it's not only Caramel. It's a lot of places in Kampala with their hospitality. It's really lacking. I don't know what you have. So you're a guy who's been in the hospitality industry for a while.
I don't know.
now,
I
so-
think it could be around like planning for big events or big days, because I would assume a place like Caramel.
Yeah, now I will
has
have to go into the
services in
details
general.
because
So get into the detail. We need to know, man. What
there
happened?
was so many people. First of all,
Yeah.
there's so many people that it looked like a marketplace of some sorts. It was. I don't know if it's because we've been going there and it's a bit free. There's less people than usual, but this time, I would say nothing short of it was terrible. People were so many. We had no waiter or waitress looking at us for any reason. It looked like, we've just come to sit and watch people eat. Had to call a waiter. Took him about 10 minutes. Went back and called him. Took our order. Went back and asked if our order was being worked on a couple of minutes later. And for people that ordered for a meal and juice, I said, oh, the juice will be here first, or do you want it to come with the food? So we figured the juice will come, really quick since, they've given us the option. However, that took an hour to simply get us 2 cocktails of fruit juice. No alcohol, no nothing.
Sheesh.
An hour to get us the juice.
Yeah.
The juice came, presentation was very fun. I think a lot of you saw me ranting online.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's why.
I never do that, but it was out of hand. Like, we literally got to a moment where we just sat there, went onto our phones, and it was like, we're not on a date. Our home experience was much better than this one. So many levels, on so many days, it would be better. An hour later, the juice comes in, presentation very funny, and then comes a plate of food. A plate of food, I think, I like sandwiches, so I ordered for a sandwich. Took very long for a sandwich and fries, yeah? About an hour and a half later. It comes with fingerprints all over it. Lady just dumps our ketchup there. And then I went ahead to ask, for the supervisor. I looked for the most senior person in that place at the moment. They told me, oh, we're very sorry. Can we exchange this? And also this comes, just my meal, not my date's meal either. So I tell them, also, do you want my date to watch me eat, or do you want me to wait and my food is cold until hers comes? Bro, it was a big headache for me. It was a big headache for me. Her food also comes. It wasn't very ready, I think, because of the rush. And, I think at that moment they were doing their quality checks because of the numbers. It was terrible. It was terrible. At the end of the day, after, taking back the meal maybe twice because of a problem here and a problem there, we had to pack our meal home for people that went out to, have a good time.
I get you.
It was very devastating. We ended up going home, putting the food into the fridge, cooking our own meal, and having the meal the next day. It was a very terrible experience. I, for one, wasn't very satisfied. They were very sorry about it. They said, oh, we're very sorry. Let's exchange the order. Let's give you fresh food. I do not want to say no one to give remarks on the food that came later, but they tried. However, I think it's not only Caramel's place, it's a lot of places in Kampala that are lacking with the experience that you're giving people or the hospitality that you're offering. It was sickening. I don't know if you've been to places like that or if you have experienced something
I don't know.
like that.
Okay, my experience, I'm going to go away from hospitality. But first of all, that's just poor planning from the get-go. You get it?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
they were expect more numbers.
Let me give you my horrible experience, but totally different industry. KFC just opened up opposite Chitende, right opposite my home. Like I literally come down the hill, I see KFC. So fresh off the bat, they knew it was going to be packed. They knew because that's like literally the first KFC that's bridging pretty much Entebbe Road from Kajansi to all the way, Namula, and there is literally no like quick brand fast food restaurant. So guess what? Taiba Kiddos were having sports day. And in tip-top fashion, if the manager would have anticipated that, oh wow, we're located here, our target clients are probably schools, mostly schools. Schools, of course, residential areas, drive-throughs on like Saturday and Sunday when people are going to the beach and back. Like those are certain triggers that you look out for sales opportunities. So guess what? Taiba Sports Day. Of course, all the parents are going to show up and show out. And guess where the kiddos wanted to go? KFC. Farm. This happened like last year?
You use the right F word as
No. Go ahead. So this happened last year. I hope they learned from it, but the place was packed. Literally, there was a whole queue just to get food. The experience was, of course, definitely horrible. They only had Airtel Pay
as a payment option.
There was no MTN, which is just a basic. The drive-through was just congested. There was jam on that road. That was it. Waited about an hour and a half for
Man,
the meal.
I don't know how far we have to go to clean the hospitality industry, and for people to know that the product they're giving out here or that they're selling is actually hospitality. I think a lot of businesses are more concerned with the margins, the profit, that they exclude or forget the initial concept that is hospitality. Yeah, and it's very sickening. It reminds me of places like Legends, where we shall be going this weekend for the Pirates game.
Oh boy!
And I hope you guys come when you've eaten, when you've drunk. I'm sorry, I'm not throwing shit, but
I'm coming when I've eaten.
Yeah,
I do not expect to start struggling. I'll come when I've eaten.
Yeah, I think it's really just horrible spaces in all trades that there is horrible services rather in all trades that there is in Kampala. People are unprofessional about a lot of things, and it is worrying for a person that's paying. Like, where is the value for my money? Money is already hard to get. I'll keep reminding guys that USAID has taken people's money.
Can we talk about a place that handles such situations top notch? Cafe Java's
does so well.
Cafe Java's Lugogo, like whenever the cricket oval has like events and stuff, for some reason, CJs will be packed, but nothing changes. Service tip top. As long as you get where to sit, your food is gonna come bulungi. I've seen it happen. I've seen it a number of times. Not one, not twice, not thrice, but 4 or 5 times. We've gone, sat. As long as you find where to sit,
I think for
top notch.
Cafe Java's, it's a brand identity. I think that's who they've chosen to sell to people, how they do their things, how organized they are. I think that's a bigger product than the food they're selling. For a lot of people, their product is, the fries, the sandwiches, all these things, and they forget that they're into hospitality. Another place that I've seen that does so well is Shisanyama. Shisanyama. You're here and there's like 3 waitresses all over you. Do you want a beer? Do you want food? Mentioning all types of offers that they have, helping you, spend a little less. Another place is Chadondo, Chigere. The Chigere guys are tip top. Like, over
Yeah.
there, you want chili,
Yeah.
do you want it upstairs? Okay.
I was there today, man. Hey, I was there today, man. They even gave me a dish. It's like I was in Chile. I said, this is it. Pumped my sauce pan, my chigeres, cassava, what? Had my butu sticks. Had a dish. Went sad.
Do you think the people who took their Valentine's dates to Chadron, right?
Eh,
It has
of
great
course.
service. So why not?
Of course. Why would why would they die? In fact, one of my red flags, a babe who doesn't go to Chadi. That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Why shouldn't you go to Chadi?
Yes, a lot of people say
Yeah?
if you go to KPA, if you go to Chadi, red flag. So
See,
if
bro,
you're saying,
for me it's the other way around. You don't go to Chadi. Like, what is your sense of hang out, like just having a good time, Because
I think
clearly Chadi is like a good start of
we've now
place,
attached we've now attached a good time to Instagram worthy. Like if I can,
Instagram-worthy moments.
yeah, like if I can take a nice picture there and the lighting is right, I think that's what now a lot of people look at as a dope hangout.
Okay, I think anyway, Chadi is so central because it's literally now like a starting point for these nights out in Kla. Come through, the guys link up after work. The vibes are honestly chill, bro.
And me, I will still go back to the complaints. A lot of places are lacking. Manya, you have to buy, I don't know what type of bottle before you can get a seat. Like, let me sit, start with my beer, do a cocktail, do a couple of shots, and maybe I want a bottle later. But now you're telling me, if you do not spend on a bottle, no table. Like, it's just two people. Why do you want us to buy a whole tequila or a whole Jameson for us to be able to sit in your bar? So, man, it's a tricky and sticky situation for hospitality.
It's then again, it just goes down to like, what are the people in these outlets doing or in this industry doing? Like, are they planning right?
But I think it's like a lot of people like saying it's a general problem because I mean there's a lot of places that are doing. It's a general problem because I mean people need to get like why don't they then just stick to bottle service? Then we know okay. For example, Silo is for bottle service. Yeah. If you want to buy a beer, go to Chadi.
Let's go to Chadi. Beer chaps.
Yeah, then it's a lot of work. Like me, I've come to chill. I just want to drink my beer. I'm probably going to drink a whole crate of beer, maybe. Yeah, and then you're limiting me because I don't know. Or okay, there's a lot of reasons, but
I stalked you a bit this week. So some, I don't know. You are massively active on
Twitter
on the Blue app.
Yeah,
it's like, what's up with Benji, man?
A lot of people have been saying, like I mentioned last time, a lot of people have been saying, oh, you're so lost. I think people see how around I am or how available I am based on my tweet activity. So when I ghost for a while, guys are like, nah.
Which is dope, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it when you ghost. But you were talking about, Albert asked about what happened in 2016, and you were like, man,
2016,
like you dropped some major bombs there. I saw Iguana, I saw Route 256, I saw Volt.
There was a vault by the way. There was a vault before this vault. There was a vault in Forest
The vault
Mall.
at Forest Mall.
There was somewhere inside there was a bar.
I saw Gabs, I saw Mono, I saw Valhalla.
It was prime time for bars. I think at that moment they were still selling the proper experience. Yeah, like I said again, it was a blast. I mean,
2016 man was quite
what
heavy.
was 2016 like for you? I mean, for me it was Iguana. I remember we used to go to Iguana. There was that street bash that used to happen along that street, Bukoto Street. I don't remember the name. It was something to do with German beer or something, and we'd always end up at Iguana. It was a beautiful time. The first time I ever went there was with a rugby player called Hamza. He's like, he likes white company. So he's like, man, here it's fun. They're like white guys who, don't want to know. They're just having a good time. I'm like, this is what I want to do. Have a good time, no thoughts about what. And Iguana was a very good time. Then we had Monot with Silverback Saturdays. We had, at that point, I didn't mention, but there was Zone 7 with Shisanyama Saturdays. There was Valhalla that used to have, the Nacellos, the Caesars, and it was rocking, bro.
It was crazy,
It was
man.
rocking.
2016 for me, Panamera.
Panamera.
was-
How did I not mention
Panamera
Panamera?
was really, really...
Yeah, that was
a
the time
thing,
of
man.
Wikidi Wednesday.
Wikidi Wednesday was...
Casbaby.
man.
It was crazy. At that point,
I don't know.
it
It's...
wasn't even well built. It was more of, big parking lot and an
Yeah.
open space with a small
Crazy
bar.
to see how lucrative the industry has become from those days.
But you see also,
A pop of smokes was like what, 15K for some
but
hookah.
also the
Hookah
problem
is
now
now topping
becomes
40,
the problem
45K.
becomes that it's getting better aesthetically at the expense
Yeah.
of the experience. Like the places look much better,
Yeah.
better DJ lineups,
That one
better
out.
offers. It looks good, but then the experience is lacking.
Speaking of experiences, what's your take on that, man? I've spoken about experience a lot.
Yeah, I think a friend of mine, Polo, Polo, Mr. Bo, has hinted on it a lot of times and said, bars have become boring. Too many MCs everywhere, DJs with little or no knowledge on how to transition the music or read the crowd. And I feel like, again, most of the DJs are in it for the cash, for the bag. Like, okay, I got a gig, how much? 500, 300, I don't know how much K. And you're making some money off it for the bar. Or can we get a host? Can you make us this money? It's not about, or how do people perceive you as a host? Are you good with people? As a DJ, are you able to read your crowd? Are you able to keep people entertained from that moment? The dance floor opens, say, at 6 in the evening till maybe 6 in the morning. I don't know how that works anymore. Yeah. So I feel like it has become so basic. Same DJs, same crowd, same MCs. The only difference is the prices of beer and all these bottles that they want us to buy. Other than that, I don't see a very big difference.
I watched the Mob Jazz podcast. I saw Ryan, the Silo.
Yes, Ryan, yeah.
Who's featured on it. He dropped some serious bombs about, why our bars are not lasting long. And I think he was spot on. Because now, and he mentioned something about, people like us, people like me who have, started growing older and are either, transitioning away from the
night
bar,
experience.
from the night experience, and settling more either with friends, niche occasions, occasions to catch up with my boys.
Yeah.
Those are the simple things. We go to a house party. My boy had a 10-year anniversary over the weekend. Trust me, we didn't go to the bar.
Yeah,
we
because
just came
it's
through.
Also become a problem because we're trying to meet up amidst our very busy schedules and routines. Then we go to a bar and it's all blazing music for people that have spent months without catching up. We've come here to be able to hold a conversation. Maybe a bar is not a place for the conversation. However, I think we should be able to catch up. The DJ needs to be able to read okay, guys have just walked in, they're still catching up. Now they're getting groovy. Yeah. Now they're building up the momentum and all these things, which is lacking, yeah? But I also understand the point that, for example, Silo, people keep saying it has become for old people. The throwback Thursday thing, back in the blasting. I think
Silo is just trying to keep it
but I think
dynamic.
Exactly. It's trying to keep it dynamic and diverse because, I for one hang out with a lot of people older than me, much older than me. So for us to be able to share the same space, Silo would be a very good spot. Yeah, because then there's a blend of the young DJ, the older DJ, the new music on a certain day, then a concept on the other day Blast from the Past. Again, same like Shisanyama. Wednesday is band for the guys that love to, listen to live music. Yeah. Thursday is throwback for the guys that like to sing to old jams and, feel hold those conversations I spoke about. Friday is, real Chibala vibes of, lights everywhere,
Aside Kampala, what do you think are the upcoming heavy hitters?
There's a place I've been seeing on the internet. There's this lady called Lucy Smiles that has been pushing for it. It's called Antico. I think it's in northern Uganda.
I saw that ad.
Yeah. It's by Chinese. Actually, someone was saying there's an influx of Chinese coming in now because one of them built a place there. And if you go away from the usual place in Maverick, what's it called? The place with water, Lemara Wild Waters.
Lemara Wild Waters.
Then a couple of other places, yeah. So I think slowly the nightlife culture is dying out for me, slowly. Yeah, so I prefer to be, in a more serene place where I can hold a conversation, strike a deal. Yeah, it's not everyday disco. Put it in layman's language, not everyday disco. Yeah, I think we should embrace these things, better experiences out there. Yeah. So, but even then, doesn't mean that the bar industry should, die out. They should try to work on their
It's here to
space.
feed a lot of people. So
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
definitely. The young ones are. There was that gap of people that during lockdown didn't get to enjoy their vac or this or the other or their first year because there's still a partial lockdown. Don't go out, hang in smaller numbers. So I think we are doing little or nothing to keep those people entertained and keep them in the nightlife. For people who are so active in the nightlife like you and myself, I think these spaces are not doing enough to show these people that you don't have to go out somewhere and social distance. You can come to the bar. It will be a bit thick, but you'll have fun. So yeah.
Entertainment this week, bro.
Talk to me.
I'm looking forward to Saturday. I want to come through, watch that Pirates Legends.
The Messiah is back.
The Messiah is back. I am 10.
I am 10. It's going to be.
It's going to be tense.
I don't know if you guys have watched our podcast with I am 10. And
They have.
They have?
Yeah, I've got about almost 150 views.
It's not bad. Not bad. In about a space of 1 week.
1 week, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what's in store. I am coming early.
All I can tell you is that you have to be there early.
I am coming
Come
early.
when you've eaten.
I am coming early. I am coming when I've eaten.
in
Hydrated. Shorter shots.
And
shortest shots.
prepare for some champagne rugby, guys. guys. But it's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. I'm looking forward beating them at Legends again with the Messiah
That's
back.
going to be...
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a good one.
There is a Cops guy who always hangs out with Pirates fans. I think he has some pirate blood in him. Yeah, he's called Arthur Josh Kronos Pande. He's a lock for Cobbs and bruh. All I can tell you is coming to your home. But also there's been a lot of ruckus around, for example, Cobbs is suffering. They don't have a jersey. Yesterday, Zeno was saying on NBS that, a club can't be allowed to play without shirt numbers. And Cobbs has been playing with their jerseys inside out because of, sponsors and this and the other.
I
hope
that's
that
a very long story.
you can take on a team with number jerseys.
Proper attire.
Guys, it has been a while since I involved myself in band.
And Benji, you drop a lot of legends. So I'm dropping. I'm taking a new. I'm gonna drop this here first. I'm dropping a new.
To sing. You have an EP?
No.
I thought you're starting to
My
sing.
boy, an
EP.
So I'm starting a sports podcast.
Nice.
Separate sports podcast. It's not concisely dropped to just one sport, but it's open.
Yeah.
Even Formula One, whatever. But it's more about conversations with sports personalities. I'm going to be dropping the logo very soon. It's going to be called To The Rack UG.
To the Rack.
Yeah, To The Rack UG. It's going to be something. It's going to be something.
This year, it's going to be something that we're standing on business.
Let's stand on business. It's going to be something that's going to be dropping. This season 1 with 10 guests. It's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to, having great sports conversations with some great sports personalities. That's going to be something I'm looking forward to this year. I want to make sure at least by March, we're dropping, we're popping.
Who are some of your guests that you plan to?
Man, if I drop those here, then it will give away like a gist.
No, you can give us a little, insight. Just cook us up a bit.
I cook here a bit, and I'll drop only one day. I'm looking at, Albert Ahabwe.
Okay.
This is one call out for you, my guy.
The basketball.
Albert Ahabwe, yes. Yeah. He's great journalist. He's an alumni from UCU. I'm very in tune.
Is the team manager for the Silverbacks?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe so. Yes. They're traveling for the Zone 5 qualifiers. They're coming up in March. So I'd love to have Albert Ahabwe on the show. I'm also looking at Asha Kyomgisha, the BBC.
Yes.
BBC,
UK. Asha
BBC
Kyomgisha,
UK, yes, Asha Kyomgisha. Also a UCU alumni.
Yes.
UCU really, brings out quite a number of.
So are you going on the UCU
side? No. It's just because, I know them. That's where my social capital lies and rests. I've got a couple of basketballers I'm going to reach out to as well, who have always wanted to have a podcast.
So what's the intention of this podcast?
It's just basically to have great sports conversations and tell compelling sports stories, that have shaped Uganda. Lots of sports people have now started to invest in sports and are reaping the benefits of, of sports. So it's just also to get a bit educational as well, and let the kids out there know that sports can save, your life. Sports can educate you. Sports can open doors for you. So yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Do you mind diving a little into the political realm of this country? At least not so much, but say the Kizza Besigye scenario.
I don't know, bruv. It's. I don't want to speak on camera about something I'm not well informed about, because I will look dumb in front of my audience. I'll just look dumb if I talk about something I'm not well informed about. The only thing that I would speak about and say is, I don't know, we just need to find a way to move forward as a country. Yeah. For me, I've always talked about the simple things, Benji. Like, and still all you want, but get some work done. Like, do whatever you have to do, but get some work done.
That's a point for me as well. I think it's a little too heartless. Yeah. I think, irrespective of all the differences, it should be able to go a certain direction at least. Yeah. My biggest takeaway from it, all I could say is that it's heartless, that man deserves better, at least in accordance with the law. Unfortunately, we have, what are they called? We have lawyers practicing law in a lawless country. And that is my only takeaway. Other than that, I mean, it's all in that circle. It's all in that circle. We're fighting for the invisible. It's right there, but we can't touch it. We can't see it. And yeah. I don't know. But also, this is the year where you make the change. You always complain and say, oh, this or the other. And I've seen a lot of people online saying, I will vote for this one, won't vote for the other. Yeah. That's really up to you. You don't have to post it. Just do the damn thing and vote right. So
making change, bringing change is inevitable. Change is something that we must prepare for. Yeah, very uncomfortable. I know about change. I know a whole lot about change, but change is something that we must prepare for as a country. And the earlier we start to do it, the better. But the challenge is we're all thinking about the now. We're not thinking about the future, tomorrow, next week, next month. We're just thinking about, our now. And it's unfortunate, but I believe the government can even create a whole lot of jobs.
The government. I don't think they'll listen to this. I don't think they'll change anything. What are your top 5 hangout spots this year? Where do you want to spend more of your time? I believe you have more time on your hands these days. And I would love to know, where do you go? Where do you want to go? Where have you been going? Where will you go?
So let me start with where I want to go this year. Number 1, I want to go to Hero.
Hero.
I am dying to go to Hero.
I hope you're well dressed for it.
I'm always well dressed to go to Hero.
All right.
I greet you, sir. I want to go to
Hero is in Lugogo bypass.
Somewhere after
opposite Oras.
Just after Oras, on your right.
Yeah,
just
but
after
Oras. Having a very strict policy on clothes.
I spoke about it on my YouTube channel.
You can't walk in a jersey.
They have a strict dress code
for a girl. You can't walk in skimpily, or I don't know the right word for it.
Back to where I want to go. I would want to go to the Ron.
What is the Ron?
The Ron, I'm not sure. Gaza? Not sure.
Theron Park.
Yeah. It's called Theron?
Yeah, Theron.
Theron?
Yeah.
Theron Park.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go to...
I've heard they're quite... I don't know
pricey?
If you say pricey, costly, expensive.
I don't know. I think if you get to understand the rules before you go, then you can prepare the best way. Because they said it's 100K to
so when you go there, you give us some insight.
Yeah, but I think you'd spend you redeem your 100K on facility.
Okay.
So I think it's like a thing. I don't want guys from, you name it, coming with their whole farm one. They just walk in and mess up the aesthetic and, not. Theron, Hero, those are places I would want to go. There are some new Airbnbs popping up in Gayaza under the Jamie Namulema brand. I've been seeing them on TikTok. They look
amazing,
exquisite. I would want to take a day off, go spend the day there, zone out.
Yourself or with family or with friends?
No, just myself. Just go recalibrate, spend a day, have some quiet time, no noise. Those are the 1-2 places I'd want to go to. where I love to go, where I'm loving to go to so far, I love Oras. Oras is nice. The vibe is always fresh there. The ladies are fresh. Oh boy. Ooh. It's a good sight to see, man.
Fresh juice, or like fresh meat from Rancher's Finest. How fresh?
I'd say Rancher's Finest.
Or like Valentine's flowers.
Love Oras. Oras is dope. Surprisingly, The Alchemist.
The Alchem.
The Alchemist. I think Roger's done a good job over there, so love The Alchemist. Chadi will always be my go-to place. You all know why. I'm not going to mention it. Chadi.
Why? Why?
No, just it's okay, man. It's convenient. I can wash my car. I can eat chigere. There's pork. The vibes are good. The DJ lineup is amazing. Their weekly lineup is good too.
The fresh
I almost attacked Sunday. Mary Jo was there poking me. Hey, come for brunch. We start early, we leave early. What? I said,
Shadi or Nanali kickoff.
And I know Mary Jo.
Timba might refuse to end the game if we do Nanali kickoff.
Like liters. So he ever sees me, Kim. She bangs me for. I'm like, man, I've just come from home. Relax.
The Scalaga should be giving you a free beer for every 5 beers you take.
I wish they could. What number 4? Chadi. Number 5, the hot springs in Loboa. That's a spot that I'm really going to be spending a lot of time because I'm not going to be crossing into Kampala all the time. Yeah. But definitely it's in Loboa. It's nearby home. They just recently redid their ambience. It's looking exquisite. Looks like a Kampala bar now. You know, their experience is top notch. Actually trying to get a few of my boys to come down and play over there. So yeah.
Well, for me, top 5, Shisanyama. I think I'm always here. Yeah. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here the other day. If you guys want to join me, I think I gave a hint on what we do through the week. You can come and, join in on the fun. Number two has to be, I wanted to start with it, but then I was like, since I'm at Shisanyama, why not start with Shisanyama as well? We're actually in the cellar right now. Yeah, but number 2 would definitely be out of this country. I want to be more out of this country. Yeah, number 2 needs to be more out of this country, either by myself or with my girlfriend. Yeah, but need to, dive out of the matrix a bit, breathe some fresh air. Then even the director, those ones behind the camera, Ashaba, Barasha, Duncan. For him, we usually go to KPA together. But if we would go more to the village together, I'd really appreciate that. We come from Kabale and it's a very beautiful space. I want to spend my time going more to Kabale, Kisoro. Yeah, some local tourism would go a very long way.
Nice.
That's three places so far. And then number 4, while should also have been the first, is home. Yeah, we get a little too busy. And, we're involved with work, with our relationships, with our commitments here. Then there's our parents who are so close yet so far. We take so long without seeing them. Fortunately for mine, they're not retired in the village. They're retired in Kampala still, doing some work here and there. Okay. Yeah, so home is a place that I want to go more this year and, spend time with the family. It's a gift that we take for granted. So, yeah, home. Then number 5, I would love to go to all the KPA branches that there is in Kampala. That's Chadondo, we're in there, Legends, we're in there, Chitante, we're in there. We've already one at the graveyard. Impis, we're coming. So, but Impis is in the second league now. Unfortunately, we can't come. Maybe for Rams, which is also in the second league. Guys, Chidi will be but. Yeah, it's a lot of,
collecting.
Guys are collecting. The guys I want to Legends. The only time I'm coming there is this Saturday to collect our win with the Messiah and shall be out. Yeah, so that's top 5 for me.
Yes, sir.
That's top 5 for me. Oh, last but not least, I want to be in my woman's arms. If your roses have dried, that's on you.
Love a woman.
If your roses have dried, that's on you.
Maverick Podcast UG, man. We're about to make 500 subs.
That's
like
awesome.
150 left, so
guys, click at the bottom. We'll be giving you more content. You see that slowly we are getting back into our creative space. A lot of people have said, you guys are not giving the energy.
Last week,
Nyo wanted to kill you.
Wanted to kill me, and I told Nyo, man, This content thing.
I'm going to look for Nyowe at Roast and Rhyme. I don't know if you'll be there.
He's going
but
to
we
be
need
there.
You will be there.
Yeah,
We have to go for Roast and Rhyme and do a live session with Nyowe. Rancher's Finest will be there giving you the freshest cuts there is.
Nyowe was on my case last week. He said, boss, you showed up, zero energy, which I told Nyowe. This content thing, I have to be as authentic as possible. If I come and my energy is down, that's just me. I'm not going to hide behind the facade and be there and I say, hey, shit is going on, and I come and show up and I'm happy all of a sudden. You know, I'm not no, like if that's the energy for the day, that's it. Who knows what I'm going through? Probably I'm expressing myself in front of the camera.
Is it men's mental health month or mental health awareness month soon?
Yeah, it is. But like, you know, like if I'm going through
we need to shed some light. Sometimes people think every day is a good day.
Yeah. But I told you, man, relax, man. There are days when I'll come and I'm like this. I have my energy on point. That day went well, you know, despite the challenges. But I just have to be...
No way, I hope to see you at the Roast and Rhyme. I see Boogie is playing as well. A couple of other guys will be playing there too. And
my drinks are on Nyowe.
My drinks are on Nyowe as well.
Yeah. I'm always buying, no, my drinks are on Nyowe.
You're the guy. Nyowe niwe.
He knows.
Locked in. However, me, I'm a meat seller. So I'll be there selling meat. My meat. Prices differ. Prices differ. It depends on what meat you want. Yeah, but I'll be there selling meat with Rancher's Finest.
You drop me a price list for Rancher's Finest.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. You need to drop me a price list, Benji. Like
Why don't you have a price list?
I want to support your hustle, and you know, at least
you'll be overwhelmed by our catalog. We have so many products that you would love.
I love my sausages in the morning, and there's a certain.
Does your wife love sausages in the morning?
I'm the sausage guy. I love eating my sausages.
You're the sausage guy.
I'll check.
I don't know if it's the English sausage.
There's a certain brand I don't want to mention that I have always been partaking in.
I want to convert you.
Please.
I
need to be converted and start enjoying it.
Yeah, but like I've mentioned before, we're in a lot of spaces
flavors,
now.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I pass by and I see there's like, you know, this.
Yeah, there's different variations.
There's like a flavor that goes with Scotch whiskey. There's like a flavor that goes with gin.
We're actually trying to cook up something with EABL. Working on a lot of things now. Yeah, we're working on it. Last year we were in a couple of branches. This year we intend to do the same. We'll also be at Roast and Rhyme or at the Denim Cartel branch. A lot of things we've been doing, and we hope to see you more at a lot of these events. What your Vibes in Zuri, the one that closed there.
Shout out to Vibes in Zuri.
Shout out to Brian and Damze. Other than that, I mean, it's been chatting up with you guys again. Yeah. Maverick Podcast.
Maverick Podcast. Benjamin Barasha.
Eliakim and Benjamin Barasha.
Always, man. See you next week, guys.
Locked
in.
Pirates strong. Rock with Pirates. Legends. No leaving the venue. And I've heard when Legends guys lose, they don't party at their bar, whether they win or lose.
So where do they go?
Come to KPA. KPA is where the lifestyle is. Pirates is a lifestyle.
But you guys, Net and Masa.
Bajo and Abitex. You guys are cooking and we love it for us.
We love that you're cooking. We need to...
Mutuwayoka Kampala branch. They need to give us a branch.
They need to give us a branch.
No, leave a branch. The branch is coming. We've been talking and, you know, a couple of things are going to change. I also don't want to tell you, but this now, you know, there's a branch coming. However, we need a branch in Kampala. So that when we live like Ebbs and, you know, the jam is then, we'll live at Kampala branch. We first wait for the jam. Then we attack till Sunrise Cup.
Benjamin Barasha again.
Peace. Eliakim and Benjamin Maverick Podcast. Stay locked in.
Crazy how that episode has come alive.
Sound is dope.